Are you looking for the laptop docking station? In this video we will look at some of the laptop docking station on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Ugreen USB-C multifunction docking station. Tech specs: ports, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A, 3, USB 3.1 Type C, 2, Gigabit Ethernet, combo audio, SD/TF card reader display, HDMI, 4K at 60 Hz, 1, 8K at 30 Hz, 1, DisplayPort 4K at 30 Hz, 1, supports up to 3 total displays via HDMI and DP. This dock has everything you might need in a single, monolithic package. It can support up to 3 monitors through its HDMI and DP connections, while also providing 3 total USB-A ports for a mouse, keyboard, webcam, or whatever else you may need. The built-in SD card reader and Ethernet also ensure you'll have fast access to your data via LAN networks or physical media. While there are other similarly configured docks out there, few offer access to DisplayLink technology. This all-important add-on means PCs without built-in support for triple or even dual monitor setups can still use multiple monitors, because the DisplayLink driver can create virtualized GPUs to power extra displays. This is absolutely vital for M1 Mac users that often find themselves restricted to just 1, or 2 in the case of the Mac Mini, displays. The small footprint and dense body enable the dock to stay in place without taking up much desktop real estate, even with multiple thick wires pulling down on it. Number 2. Ugreen 9-in-1 USB-C docking station. Tech specs: ports, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A, 2, USB 3.1 Type C, 1, Gigabit Ethernet display, HDMI, 4K at 60 Hz, 2, DisplayPort 4K at 30 Hz, 2, supports up to 2 total displays via HDMI and DP. If the $300 price tag of our top pick seems a bit pricey, Ugreen makes an excellent alternative that sacrifices a few ports and some resolution potential in exchange for costing half the price. The Ugreen 9-in-1 USB-C docking station includes one less USB-C port, one less USB-A port, and it skips audio output entirely. However, it includes 2 video outputs for a dual monitor setup, with an option for HDMI or DisplayPort for either display. It's also capable of providing up to 100 W of power when connected to a compatible adapter. It's worth noting that, just like its more expensive sibling, you'll need to use the USB-C PD adapter that came with your laptop, or another compatible adapter to provide power to the unit. Number 3. Accell USB-C Digital AV Multiport Adapter. Tech specs: ports, USB Type-C, 1, USB Type-A, 1, display, HDMI, 1, 3840x2160. While there's not really an Apple-branded docking station for use with your MacBook, Apple does offer its USB-C Digital AV Multiport Adapter. Although it pales in comparison to the options offered by the top model above, and several below, it is far less expensive, and takes care of all of the basic necessities. You could also expand it in a pinch by using a compatible USB-A hub. If you're using this with a MacBook Air, you'll probably be limited to the one extra USB-C port it's not already taking up. But if you're connecting to a port-heavy MacBook Pro, you could potentially run 2 external monitors, one via the MacBook's built-in HDMI port and one via the dongles, or more if any of those monitors support Thunderbolt-based input. I've said it before and I'll say it again, being a modern Mac user means coming to terms with dongle life, and this is actually one of the most convenient and reliable ways to live your best dongle life. Number 4. Accell Mobile Multiport Adapter. Tech specs: ports, USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-C with 100 WPD, 1, USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-A, 1, display, HDMI, 1, DisplayPort 1.4, 1. Accell's mobile multiport adapter is sort of like a more platform-agnostic version of Apple's take on a portable dock seen above. The unit includes just a few ports, but hits all the right notes to set up an entire mobile workstation while still fitting in a pocket. The unit can support one 8K display or 2 4K displays for added versatility and the option to locate your laptop into the middle of a dual monitor setup. If you've got more than a couple peripherals, You'll need to rely on either your laptop's built-in ports or an added compact USB-C or USB-A. In my opinion, the ability to carry the unit anywhere makes up for this. Lastly, the multiport adapter works across Windows, Chrome OS, Mac OS, and even Android-based devices, making it a truly universal option. Number 5. Plugable USB 3.0 Universal Laptop Docking Station. Tech specs: ports, USB 3.0 Type A, 2, USB 2.0 Type A, 4, speaker output, microphone input, gigabit Ethernet display, HDMI, 2, DisplayPort, 2, up to 2 simultaneous 4K at 60 Hz displays. Not everyone has the latest tech, but that doesn't make it any less vital. For those with slightly older laptops they'd like to build a workstation around, Plugable made this 11-in-1 docking station that connects via either USB 3.0 or USB-C. The older USB protocol means this model is limited to 2 displays, but it's still surprisingly capable. Support for 2 4K monitors running at 60 Hz is included thanks to the dock's DisplayLink compatibility. USB-C and USB 3.0 connection options means you'll be able to use the dock now with your older hardware and continue to use it when you upgrade to a newer laptop with USB-C support in the future. Number 6. Accell Thunderbolt for dock. Tech specs: ports, USB Type-C with Thunderbolt for support, 2, USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A, 3, USB 2.0 Type A, 1, Gigabit Ethernet, combo audio, SD card reader display, Thunderbolt 4, 2, DisplayPort 1.4, 1, supports one 8K at 30 Hz display or dual 4K at 60 Hz displays. It's very common to find users with cramped desk space they can barely squeeze even the smallest docking stations into. For those situations, the Accell Thunderbolt for dock is a great fit, literally. The low profile, shallow design makes it hard to believe that it sports as many connections as it does. With full Thunderbolt for support across data and display connections, it can support up to 2 displays, or a single 8K monitor. Perhaps best of all, it includes its own power supply. This means your laptop's included charger can be left in its bag where you're most likely to actually need it when back on the road.